Hi, I'm John. This is my show, An American Scheme, where I'm proving that Diana Ross is Michael Jackson's actual mother. So I was talking about this photo in an earlier video, and I was saying that Michael's clothes that he was wearing here didn't appear to be the other photo shoot with all of the other brothers with the motorcycles and stuff. So I went looking for Diana Ross and Jackson 5 photos, and I found this. So if you see here, let's zoom in on Michael and Diana. So, if you see here the photo that had Diana sitting on the back of the motorcycle, leaning on the back of the motorcycle with Michael there. So the outfit that Diana had on, this is the outfit. She's got that white knit cap on with the white outfit. And if you see what Michael's wearing, it's that same short sleeve shirt with the black vest and stuff. So it's and then Marlon has on the exact same outfit when you see him. Okay, you see him? He's got on the exact, right there, he doesn't have the vest on, but he's got on the same outfit, and the other guys are dressed in white. And then so, this appears to be some kind of recording studio. So since the other one with the motorcycle, so is this at the Jackson's house at their recording studio? It probably is. I would assume that that's where it's at. I don't think that she went to the house and took the photo with the motorcycle. Then they all went somewhere else to a studio and took photos. Probably not. She probably came here and took these photos there at the Jackson's house. This is probably, I would guess, you know? And then so the one thing with this photo though, with Michael, and look at how the other guys, they're not even paying attention. They're looking down, they're all singing, they're paying attention. Look at Michael and Diana. They're over there. There's no doubt whose attention Diana is towards. I mean, it's not even close. Michael's all the way over there. She's got him pinned, basically, over there. And she's got all her attention on. It's all about him. And then so, you know, it's over, you know. There's an over attention with her and Michael. Consistently, this massive attention, you know. So whatever this photo shoot thing is and stuff, you know, it's interesting to know what these things are and stuff, you know. So this is one of the other pictures there. You know, I've seen these pictures. I thought this was something else or whatever, but it looks like this is at the Jackson's house. If somebody really knows that estate, they would be able to tell me if that's the Jackson's music room at the Havenhurst house. Somebody that probably knows it better than I do would probably say, yeah, that's the wall there. That is the room there. And now that I look at pictures, it's not, I don't know. So I don't know, but, so this is that, you know, but if you look and see, like, Michael and Marlon are dressed the same. They're wearing the same clothes, except Michael has that vest on. Marlon probably just took his vest on. He's probably got it on in another picture and stuff. But the other kids are all dressed in white. It's just weird the way it is. You know, and there's Diana was over there doing some photos. She was doing something. Then, this photo I found, and this one is really cool. I believe this is down in Studio 54. I think that's where this photo is taken from. I think that's where it's at. And so there's Michael with Diana, and that's James Earl Jones. And so James Earl Jones is the voice for the Darth Vader character. So he's the one that says, "Luke, I am your father." So it's funny because there he is, and he's really famous for, and the character of Luke Skywalker and the Princess Leia, the way that the mother hid the kids from the father, the way that, you know, then he comes back, "I'm your father." It's kind of weird with like that story. And then now you're looking at here with Michael and Diana, because she would have come back and said to Michael at one point, "Michael, I'm your mother." You know, "Michael, I'm your mother." I just saw that. I like this picture with the James Earl Jones because of he's the one that says, "Luke, I am your father." And then there they are in the story and stuff. I love that. And then there was this other picture I found. And, okay, so I was saying that shirt. So first of all, look at here. Here's some Jet magazines. Here's Diana Ross on a couple Jet magazines. And so Jet magazine, from what I understand, would be a magazine geared towards black people and black culture, things like that. So, and then it says up here, it says, Diana Ross and Michael Jackson, stars who helped stars get started. Okay? And then so they did that performance with Michael and Diana, but not only did they dip the performance, that got on the cover of the Jet magazine, that photograph with them wearing those shirts from that performance, you know? So one of the things is what I'm saying is that if Michael wore that shirt in that Billie Jean video, the Billie Jean from the Motown 25 performance, that's the performance of Billie Jean. So in his head, knowing that Billie Jean is about Diana Ross, and this this special, I think it was in 79 or 80, this special here. And so the Motown 25 is in 1983. So you're talking about at least a 3-year difference between this to the 3-year difference to the Motown 25. You know, so obviously it's not because Michael doesn't have money and can't afford a shirt or doesn't have, he's obviously got all the shirts, and it's very common for him to change up. He doesn't want to reuse like certain things for major events like the Motown 25, you know. He understands that what he wears there is going to be iconic, you know. And now that I've looked at it, and like I say, and it's like he's thinking in his head, okay, Billie Jean is about Diana Ross, so that's what links him to the shirt where he's like, oh, the shirt that I wore with her and I together, and you know, that was on the Jet magazine. So that shirt's documented. And then it's documented with them in it together. There's a way there, and that's what I'm saying, that what he did with him putting that shirt on in that Billie Jean video, because if that is the shirt, and it sure as hell looks like it's the shirt, it's massive evidence that the link to Diana Ross, that shirt, the only other time in his life that he would have worn that shirt, he wore it on an appearance with Diana Ross, and she wore the same shirt too. And then, like I'm saying, that Billie Jean is actually Diana Ross. And then what's the one performance of Billie Jean that's the iconic performance is that Motown 25 performance. And so he wears that shirt. That's the shirt that he wears. I think it's massive. And it's showing, like, on the magazine here, this is showing you why I'm showing you this. This is showing up the build-up to why 3 years later, why he would wear that shirt again. You know, because it's just an undershirt. You just see it sparkling. You don't really focus on it because you focused on everything else of his outfit. The jacket, the glove, the socks, the hat. You know, as far as just the clothes, you basically focus on everything except, you know, the pants are just pants, and the shirt, it's a sparkly shirt. But, you know, as he goes on through, like, his other performances, he basically wears the same Billie Jean outfit, but he doesn't wear that shirt. But he wears all the other things of it because the shirt was only significant to the Motown 25 because that was the first performance of the Motown, linking it to Diana. He's thinking about Diana. He wants to do that to document it, and he wears that shirt. And if he wore that shirt, that's the thing. If anybody wants to go check out and do a real thing, like I'm saying, that appears to be the same shirt. If that's the same shirt, man, there's no reason for him to wear that shirt on the Motown 25 when he's going to do Billie Jean, the Billie Jean. Because that shirt has a connection to Diana Ross. He wouldn't want to make any connection to Billie Jean, to Diana Ross, if there is no connection. That's the thing always about Michael. He wouldn't do that to her. Why would he make a connection? Why would he leave a connection? Because there's no way that he wore that shirt not knowing that he left a connection. It was hidden. It was hidden under all of that stuff. It was hard. Like, how long did it take for me to find it? Nobody's ever seen that before. But now that it's been seen, and now we can look at it and say, well, it's not hidden anymore. And now when you see it's not hidden, it was never really hidden. It was always actually right there, you know? So it's like, it's so, But I think this one, there's so many things and so many things. But if Michael Jackson is showing that if he wore that shirt, it's showing that he's thinking about Diana Ross doing the Billie Jean performance at the Motown 25. It shows that he's thinking about Diana Ross. If he's thinking about Diana Ross on Billie Jean, that connection alone, it's like, okay, you've got to start looking at what I'm explaining Billie Jean as. Because what is this going on? And when the real fans, the people that keep yelling at me, it's like, man, come on. this one, if I found this, if this is real and it appears to be, that's the exact shirt. That's the exact shirt that he wore for the Motown 25 is this shirt that him and Diana wore together that was documented on the Jet magazine cover, and it's documented. And so that's the shirt he wears, the guy who always wears everything different. This is multiple years after that event occurring, and then he's going to, like, would he pull that shirt out? It's not like a glove that's a glove, a shirt thing, those are major things about what the image of that image becomes, all of those things. And so it got covered up because of all the other things, all the other sparkly things. But in reality, Michael Jackson did know what he did. He wore that shirt. And somebody was going to go back in time and find out that he wore that shirt. And find out that that's the shirt here. I mean, that's a big clue. It's just a big, big, big one. And it's one of these ones that's like, man. And I only found it because I'm doing the story, and through the process of doing stuff, I find stuff. And it's like, well, if I found this and I'm right about this, first of all, it's like all these things, it's big on its own that he wore that shirt on that. It's weird and it's big on its own. But when you actually understand the connection that, well, he's thinking about Diana Ross because she is Billie Jean. He's thinking about Diana Ross. And then what's the shirt that he wears? Oh, it's a shirt that he and Diana Ross both wore, the same shirt on a show that they appeared together, So there's no doubt that Diana Ross is Michael's mother. There's just no doubt, I've proven this stuff. I have all the stuff of what I'm showing. The people that are starting to follow my stuff, that are starting to see it and understand it. It's really like, there's no doubt. So let's get this going. If you people didn't see Michael, the James Safechuck and Wade Robson, just again, their lawsuit's going further and Michael's going to lose that, and he's going to be labeled as a pedophile. Now, it's fine. I don't mind if Michael gets labeled as being some kind of abusing children, but I don't want it to be sexual. Yeah, he was doing this stuff. If he wants to pay him off and declare that they were abused or whatever, mental or physical abuse, whatever, because they were young and he was older, that messed them up, fine. Pay them off if they're damaged. But we can't allow the lie that Michael Jackson was sexually abusing these kids to be done to him. And any real fan have to stand up, and you have to stand up. If you're a fan of Michael Jackson, you have to stand up and look at any evidence out there in which can actually defend him. And we already know what's all going out there. It's not working. All this stuff of what they've done all their stuff. Didn't work. It didn't work. Get into my story. Let's see what happens, because it's the truth. It's the only real truth. Let's see how they start judging Michael Jackson when they find out that he was not a Jackson, that he's actually an orphan. That's where all the Peter Pan stuff. Now let's see how they start looking at Michael Jackson. They're going to look at him different because they're going to start seeing the truth, the real truth, and then we're going to get the truth then. Okay, bye.